So last time we stopped, I was polishing the textures for this guy here, and at this point, right now, I feel that I'm pretty much like at a good place for how polished he is in terms of the texture. Like I've been mentioning. Like I've been mentioning before, I might need to go back in substance, depending on like the results that I get with Arnold. But I mean, with this base, I should actually have not too much problems, I think. So yeah, you saw in the last stream all the fun stuff about polishing the textures. I opened my scene today, and I was pretty much like, okay, no, yeah, that's good. I did like one little tweak on something, but no, I was pretty happy with the rest of the results. So I was like, okay, well, yep, it's time to render that guy. Something else that I did behind the scene is I actually worked on a kind of like a background for him. So as you can see, there's a few assets in there. The reality is that a lot of it is going to be copied and pasted. But this scene should actually give for like a cool composition. We'll figure out the right camera angles and everything when we get there, but that's where I'm heading with this. And I also had it textured. So yeah. I got this. I can close this now. And so yeah, if you go look at my max scene, so as you can see, pretty much all the elements are there. Like, they're not copied, but I can copy them in when I'm in the actual render scene. This is not the render scene yet. So one of the first thing we need to do though is exporting our textures. I haven't done that part yet. So basically, I got all my subtools here. So we can go into export textures, the output template. Actually, let's choose where to export them. So texture, and I'm gonna create a folder called export textures. Right there. Here I created basically a material that just exports it for my needs in Arnold, but it's pretty standard. I mean, RGB, base color, metalness, grayscale, roughness, grayscale. They're all individual maps. They're not merged together. Normal map is there. I'm rendering out also a 8th map. I don't really use it, but whatever, it's there if I need it. And emissive, if there's any emissive. I also created another one that actually has opacity, in case I need opacity. In that case, I won't need it, but it'll be there. It will be there if I need to. So right now, it's just going to be that standard one. So PNG 8 bits, and the rest of the option should be good. Once we have this, I'm just going to click Save Setting, and go back in it and uncheck Fibers, because Fibers does not have textures, and then let's export this. And yeah, it's pretty fast to export all of that, so this is not like such of like a tedious process. And in my first experimentation with that style, at least, I had to kind of like do that process often. So yeah, it was useful to have it was useful that it's actually not like too slow to export all of that. All right. Once we have the textures, I can actually also maybe export the textures for the background. Let's go and open that file as well. Actually, I realize I won't need these files anymore. You'll see the textures for the background are pretty simple. I'm thinking that a lot of it is going to be blurred out. So yeah, I didn't spend like too much time on it. I still wanted to get something decent, but yeah, it's pretty much just like a standard rock material. Most of the damage is done by hand, though, as you've seen in the ZBrush file. But like some dust and like a rock grain also. I didn't really put a lot of like fine grain in my sculpting, so there you go. Export textures, pretty much the same thing we want. These are all named bays something, so eight bits and export setting. Wait. Yep. Okay. Export. So for this scene, much faster because there's much less stuff. Also, it's a lot of work because like this background is going to be used only for like maybe like one shot, so it's not necessarily the most efficient thing, but I don't know. I kind of like wanted to have fun with this one, so that's what I did. Nice watching you work. Hey, thanks, Goldie Ames. Much appreciated. Do you use ZBrush to model everything besides low poly, maybe? For my process, I used ZBrush for my high res and my low res by decimation. Okay, so now what we have here is basically all of our low meshes, and by the way, for the bays, I was actually able to. Oh no, that's not true. I still decimated everything. But you see, it's like much more decimated than the other one. Like maybe like the candle. Oops. Maybe the candles are like a little bit like more, but anyways. And yeah, also you'll see that the texture size is much different. Like if I was to assign a texture just between like the floor and like his foot, for example, you see it's almost double the character, but for the floor there's not that much, and the background here is even lower in terms of like the textile resolution. So yeah, but we have everything here, but this was just like a kind of like transitionary scene, whatever. A liminal scene, let's say, and basically now I need to put it into like its the real render environment, which is just like some preset scene that I created. And also something to take in consideration is that the scale is like not really the best right now, so this scene also calculates for that. So what I'll do is I'll just jump into this scene here, which is my render scene for death. So like, just to give you a bit of a preview of like what this scene exactly does, like this exact shot basically, I'll go on my trusty old neo-apocalypse.com website, and you can all visit and have fun. So death, this is basically like the exact render scene that you saw in front of you, like to create like that render here. By the way, for those who were curious, Pestilence is coming very soon on pre-order. Very soon, I think next month or something. So just to show Pestilence a little bit, just quickly. Do you give a course or something for those sculpts? Love them. Well, I mean, I did all my live streams, my free live streams. So yeah, Death, pre-order soon, is going to become pre-order now, in not too long. Really looking forward to this as well. So yeah, we'll see. I'll make a big announcement when it's ready. So, and also like the way that it works is there's like a timeline on 360 frames of this character turning around. Well, that's how it works. So basically, this scene here, I won't use exactly the scene like it is, but I will use it for mostly for scale reasons. So what I'll do is I'll just start by deleting a lot of stuff that's just in the way. There's a lot of lights here. I'll still start with some of the lights, but not all of them. I'll delete a few of the model from before, just so that there's not too much of everything. The site, I think I'll keep one of the heads. Keep the floor. Yeah, okay. Carpe diem. Hello. And this also comes with a background with some effects on it and everything. I'm not necessarily going to get rid of that, but I'm not sure I'm going to. I'm probably going to just hide it like this for the moment. And there's a floor. The floor is actually the thing that's moving. If you can see, there's keys, and it's the floor that's keyed, and everything else is kind of following the floor. So I might use the floor for rendering the character as a turnaround, because it won't turn in the environment that I made. So I'll keep the floor just in case I need to actually have it again for later. There's also a floor that's more straight. I'm not really going to use that either. Although maybe I'm going to just use it for reference of what's the actual floor. And yeah, so basically you can see from my pieces before that if I go into scale, oops, did I lose the it didn't keep the scale on those. because when I'm going to import the meshes into that scene, I'm going to need to scale it up, but I'm going to need to remember what's the actual scale for those. That's something I can find pretty easily. Hey, thanks for the follow. Just go and find it. By the way, sorry if I'm a bit slow today. I'm still pretty sick. Render. Is it this? Yeah, it's this. Okay. Cool. Anyways, so let's start by importing, well, more like merging both scenes together. So I want to have everything from that scene right in there. So you see it's pretty small. So right away I'll just like scale it to the exact same value as my death character. Boom. So now we are at the correct scale. So yeah, I mean, Death was a character on a horse, and he's just right there on the floor. So the scales are actually equivalent compared to like the base mesh that I used, but yeah, of course the composition and stuff not really working. Plus, we're gonna go for a composition that's gonna be in the 6x9, so it's not really gonna super work in that regards. So, and that music is louder than the other one. There you go. It should be a bit better. So yeah, technically, I mean, I could scale it even more, but I think that like for the purpose of just like consistency, I'll just leave it to that, and I'll just move my my lights and everything if needed. Right now, like this canvas is looking through like one of my cameras, so I'll just need to go and so I'm gonna take a look around real quick. Yeah, okay. All right. So one thing that I should have maybe done is rename everything frog this, frog that, just to have them like closer in the outliner. You can also like group things and do that sort of stuff, but I'm not that organized. Or actually, maybe I should say that like organization to this level is not necessarily that much time saving in the my process. So yeah, so my cameras are there, the lights are there. We got our meshes here, the base meshes. the reference mesh, and this. There you go. All right. So at this point, I'll just save this. That's what I'm going to call frog render. Did you get your own copy of War already? Will you do an unboxing of the physical model? Yeah, doing an unboxing could be pretty cool. I don't have really like a camera to do it well, to film it well. Just for the sake of like quality recording and everything, maybe I'll I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll just like record it and or take pictures, or I don't know, we'll see. The camera stays still. Nice one. The floor is displacement modifier and some shading. No, the floor is completely sculpted. Did you textured decimated model in Substance? It is a decimated model, yes, in Substance. Alright. So, the next part, well, I mean, there's like many next part, but like, we won't play with the cameras yet, we won't play with the lights yet. So, the next part could easily be material attribution. So let's hide the parts of the base model, the backup of death. So now we have our actual model right there. I don't know if I want to maybe remove the background so it doesn't show the HDRI. There's already an HDRI in there. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, okay, so let's go to shaders then. Okay. So let's use Slate Material Editor. Alright, so I got a couple of things in there. There's a lot that have to do with like some like background elements, so I won't look at these right now. The base, well, the base, that's gone. That was for death. These are, I'll just keep those here. I got something about my bloom. And a denoiser that is right now not active, just in case I need to denoise. And this is the HDRI. It's picking up this map. It has like somewhat of a warmth to the HDRI, so like if it's too warm for this character when I'm gonna do like the test renders, like I know to change it here. This is for my materials that are emissive. Basically, I got 3 like base material here, and one for emissive materials, one for skin, and one for like that's a standard material. But it's very standard what it is, right? Like right now, it's calling on maps that don't exist. So it's actually giving me like an error message. But we can ignore it because the maps that are plugged in here are not existent. But yeah, basically it's just a standard material with like a few values that have been tweaked. When I'm gonna start doing tests, I'll explain them, but it's nothing really complicated. And the one with skin is basically just like the same thing, but oops. Kind of like piled that one on top of the other, eh? Okay, that made a mess. Can I just undo this? Yeah. Anyways, it's just the same one, but like the skin materials are the subsurface materials are pretty much already calibrated. Maybe I'll calibrate them more. And yeah, emissive as emissive on top. But it's all like using the standard material when using Arnold. So nothing really too precious about that. Yeah. So I'll just keep in backup. I'll just keep like one of my emissive layers. I'll keep like a skin material in here, and I'll just basically like delete the rest. One that has emissive, I know head 2 has emissive. Yeah. Does it? No, it's head 1. Yeah, there we go. See, it's plugged to the emissive. Okay, so I'm just using them as backup. And yeah. So I'll start from the standard material right there, and I'll just first of all plug the map. So even if like there was like no calibration, the first thing I would still do is plugging the maps. So I'm gonna have a base material, a specular, a metalness, and a normal map here. So the normal map has this this node plugged here. I'll put the strain at 1, not at 1.7. Sometimes like when like details don't show up, you can like boost the normal map a little bit, but like even with that technique, sometimes it can create some like little like shading issues on some flatter planes. So yeah, but it's a strength if I need to make it higher. And we just need to actually assign the proper map to this. So this actually can be a bit tedious, but the process is you just take this and you load UDMs here. So let's say that this standard material, let's call it frog armor. Let's start with the armor. So basically I go in here, load UDMs. I'm going to go into frog, render, texture, export, texture, and yeah, I'm going to view them as list because there's so many textures in there, it's a bit nuts. Start with the base materials and wait, base, I don't need to move. Alright, it starts with blade, cape, and where's armor? Oh no, yeah, it's before base. Oh, yeah, so you just pick the first one and you click open. So since you load UDM, it actually understands to pretty much like load everything. Yeah, and same thing. This is for the roughness. There you go. Armor, roughness. Boom. Same for this one. Metalness. And armor normal. Alright. Wait. It didn't load it? Yeah, okay. Alright. Oh, okay, I see what I did. There we go, perfect. So we can see armor roughness, armor metalness, armor base color. There we go. So there's an auto gamma for the base color, not for the other ones. Did you... Sorry. Hey Marco, could you give any advice about what to write in About Me section for your CV? Dude, I don't know. I always have a bad time writing at myself, so I won't be able to help you with that. just write who you are. I mean, the best thing you can do is be honest. What's your passions? What's your things that you feel you're good at? I don't know. Hey Marco, it's finally rendering time. Yeah, thank you so much for doing these streams. They are super informative and awesome. Hey, thank you, no problem. This stream might be actually super fucking boring because it's just like prep stuff, but I'm happy that you like it. Yankee 4K. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot for sure. So what you can do is we can click on the armor, right click here and say assign material to, there we go. Now it's going to look like shit because the viewport is not acknowledging the UDIMs, but the render will, for sure. Maybe I can just do like a quick render to see like, to show you what it does. Though the light is going to be like BS now, for sure. But let's just go real quick into our render settings just to do like a quick test or whatever. Okay, so we want a single frame. We're gonna render in whatever 1080 by 350 for the moment. The rest is not really important. I do not want to save this into a file, so no thank you. The rest is just a standard, and in our, well, here it's already said it's in Arnold. So here, okay, so the camera AA is basically like the general quality of everything. I'm gonna put it to 2 in a moment, and the rest is just parameters that I feel are more important. Like 2 of specular is a more like, it's important. Having like an added quality to the SSS also is pretty important. So yeah, I find that those values work well for me. And yep, here that's the color of the background in case it's not showing. And where's the wait, no, not that. Oh, where did I load this? Yeah, okay. Hey, thanks for the follow. The Gruber, hello, hello. What guitar do you own? Is it a real guitar or just 3D print? It's a real guitar. I used to play guitar a lot. Well, in the background, I mean, there's like a little ukulele I bought myself just for fun to be able to play with my kid. And the other guitar is a Bernie, which is kind of like a replication of a Les Paul. Although it's a replication, it's actually pretty rare, so it's kind of fun. Hey, thanks for the sub. That's pretty cool. Spoon. All right. So, anyways, yeah, that's what we have. With that, I should be able to do a render, and we should be able to get something. It's rendering from view, from no camera specifically, so seems like it was having a hard time to load something. Why is it slow? Okay, all right. So a lot of like the materials are not there yet. You know what? The lighting is way too high, but we can already see that like the quality is going to be like not bad when it's going to be properly lit. So, anyways, yeah. So now we can see that the material are working well because the diffuse works well. The normal map works. All the maps were plugged correctly. We can do like a little test. Like, let's just like isolate this and do one from very close. I should have probably rendered at 1 of quality instead of 2. That was probably not min-maxing my seconds of render here. Nice, same thing. I'm shredding on uke and my son on bigger guitars. Nice, that's cool. Yankee 4K, cool. Yeah. So yeah, we got our thing here. Yeah, I can already tell that the tint of the HDRI is it's much warmer than what we had before. So there's a chance, depending on like what mood that I want to give it, because I was kind of like maybe gonna go for like kind of like a colder lighting. So maybe I'll just need to desaturate my HDRI. Actually, I'll save this. I'll save this image as a kind of like a test, and I just want to do something real quick. I think I'm just gonna go and change the HDRI real quick. I'm gonna load one that I actually desaturated. Let's load it. And let's do another render. This does not look like desaturated to me. I think I maybe did something wrong. Well, no, I mean, there's a difference. It's really subtle, though. And weirdly... Huh. Weirdly, my first one feels less saturated than the one that is actually desaturated. Huh. Okay. Well, you know what? I'll play with that a little bit later. I might actually need to investigate this on my side because I'm not sure why loading a desaturated HDRI gives me more warmth. So I'll actually undo the parameter change that I just did. Get back to the HDRI that I had before. Okay. So anyways, this was just to make sure that like the maps are plugged correctly. Doing that little test. We can go on with the rest of importing the maps. Material. So what I do, let's say we're gonna tackle like another one that's not a skin material. So I'll just wait, what did I just do? Right. Oh, wait. It copied the thing, but it's using the same textures. That's not what I wanted it to do. Yeah, there you go. It's because I haven't selected all of them. So basically, you select all of the you select everything you want to copy, and you press Shift, and then you move it. It will actually make a copy of it. So we need to rename it. Like this time, we'll do like, I don't know, leather 1, because there's 2 UDIMs for leather. And yep, load in there. So go to leather 1, base color. So this is another another fun part. I'm being sarcastic. You see, normally I would watch like a little movie on the side while doing this, a little episode of something. But now the only distraction is me. Alright, leather 1. I'm looking at the file name. You see, right there, I loaded letter 2 instead of letter 1. That's why I do those checks. Leather 1, leather 1, leather 1. I'm looking at the name here. Well, this should be good. And this is letter 1, so right click, assign. Boom. Boom, baby. Alright, we're good. Let's copy this one again. This is the episode where I think the downvotes are gonna happen. Let's read a little bit of the chat. Hey, that was fast. It's not a... I know it's not a high detailed render, but what's your setup, by the way? Well, I mean, that's the point of this video, to show my setup, so just stick around and I'll talk about it. Is it possible to get this quality in Keyshot? Well, I mean, in my last stream, I shown some like stuff that I did in Keyshot in my later stream. Not my last one, but like a while ago. And like, for example, yeah, like for example, like she's oops, I'll take a bigger picture. Like, she was rendered in Keyshot, and it's not the same type of quality, but it's whatever. It's a result that I like, but yeah, there's no skin in there or whatever. But yeah, you can. This is like in Keyshot. No? Actually, the texture was also done in Keyshot. Today's stream's Marco's story time. Yes. There's not much story that comes to mind, though. That's why I fear the downvotes. I'm doing something boring and I have no dad jokes to tell. My public is gonna be disappointed. Letter 2, normal. Alright, and leather 2 is this one here. Boom. Oh, wait, what does it say? Yeah, assign. What, it already has the name? I think it's because of the old material that was over it. So let's just replace it. There we go. So, next one. Next one is going to be... So we got the armor, those are the base materials. I guess the blade will be the next one. Base pillar, base this, base that. Blade. Bonk. There we go. Exciting stuff. The best thing that you can do when you're showing something boring is being under the weather as well. This really saves your stream. There we go, blade, sign, boom. Alright, let's save that for a second and read the stream. Do you import the final HDRI in Painter, or are you painting with a basic HDRI, Studio HDRI in Painter? Painter, I'm just using one of their basic ones. I'm just using Tokomo, whatever the name is. Shift, drag, and drop if you want to copy in-slate material. Yep, exactly. Ba-boom. Next one, we'll figure out next one, which one it is. Let's load a map. Avatar 2 is amazing, by the way. Avatar 2? You mean like the science fiction movie? Did you ever play Armored Core? Are you excited about a new one being made? No, I never played Armored Core. I remember liking the robots when I was younger, but I haven't really kept up to date with Armored Core. Alright, let's do the cape. Let's do the... I feel like doing the cape. This is what I feel right now. I feel like assigning material to a virtual cape. I get very cynical when I have a cold. Cynical. Oh, there you go. Here's a dad joke. One dad joke for you. Oh, wait. I forgot to assign it. Alright. Next one is, I already know it's going to be cloth. For everything that's like clothing that's not the cape. Cloth roughness. Cloth rough. Cloth metalness, which is basically a black square. Pretty sure. Cloth normal. Alright, and assign it to this material. Boom. Alright, next we're gonna do the rope, I guess. So yeah, and in this software, this is where I'll be able to actually really put like a color on the fibers, because for those who watched my previous streams, there was a lot of like I couldn't really show like all the fibers for the clothing. Rope. Okay, everything seems to be in order. Sign. Alright. Yep. Dad joke counter 1. When you hit 3 dad jokes, you have to end the stream immediately. Man, that's a lot of pressure. Okay, so there's going to be the fiber I need to do. There's also, yeah, the chainmail is that was not a lot of information, but still it needs some material. So chainmail. I didn't have much textures for them also. Chain. Yeah, there was like maybe like a diffuse. There was no normal map for that, I am certain. Roughness, metalness. If for those who remember the how I made the UVs for the chainmail, you'll remember that it was kind of like a cheat there, so there was no normal map. Fibers now. Well, fibers, it's like I just need like this. I'll sever the links. Did I send the material? Yeah, I did. Okay. Fibers. Fibers is just going to be me assigning like just a color to the fiber and making tests. Although I'm going to need to probably split depending on like what kind of fiber it is, which is something I could have done before. Yeah, because I'm gonna need to split them in like fiber white, fiber. There's gonna be fiber from the cape, the fibers of the ropes. So yep. All right. Well, Oh, there was fiber pants, fiber cape, and fiber rope. And there might be more. We will see about that. All right. I'll save before something happens. All right. Alright, did it save? Yes, it did. Alright. Yeah, there's a skin I forgot to do. The rest seems to be assigned. Alright. So yeah, let's just hide a few things. Alright, so now it's just going to be being smart about this. So let's go into a selection by elements. I remember that these are all ropes. And I think I ended up having all my ropes being the same color. If not, I'll just... I remember those were ropes. Those were ropes as well. Rope fibers. Okay, so let's detach frog fiber, frog fibers, rope. So in what's remaining, I'll unselect the pants, and what should be remaining is the fabric of the cape, the fibers of the cape. Hey, thanks for the sub. I will KO you. So let's split this, detach into frog, fibers, cape. Wait, did I make a mistake? Yeah, fiber cape, fiber rope, and this is frog fiber pants. Alright. Let's have our character back. I'll assign the materials, but I mean, it's really going to be a question of testing them while we're gonna do like renders. Frog fiber cape. This one. Frog fiber pants. And this one. Let's rename it pants as well. And the ones for the rope. Sign. Alright, now they're all with a sign. I just need to do the skin one. And but basically I'll just use like one of the skin that I did before on right there. So this one's a little bit more complex, this one here, but basically it's just making sure that like, well, there's like this one here that I haven't really needed to use, but yeah, let's just remove this. So, like, quickly, just to explain like how this one used to work, or parts of it. Oh yeah, and I'll need to detach the eyes, because sometimes it bakes like information on the eye with this technique, but simply by like detaching it. Sorry, I'm kind of like explaining two things at the same time. Frog skin eyes, and I'll actually make a duplication here of this. This one will be eyes. Assign it to the eyes. There we go. Sometimes like my technique bakes information, the normal information on the eye, and it's kind of like it shows. This time it didn't, but just a matter of precaution, I like to copy it and just completely remove any sign of like normal maps and whatnot. So we're just left with like the base color. Yeah, and for this one, basically, so okay. So what I was gonna say is the way that it, come on. Okay, the way that it kind of like works is that there's like a node, like this is my base color, right? My base color is plugged to base color, but also to subsurface color, and the one that goes into base color is just basically desaturated. Well, the hue has changed. I'm not sure I'm going to need to change the hue for this one here, but there was a change in coloration though. in saturation. I think this one is not the correct value. I think actually, you know what? I'll just like put it back to like normal, and we'll play with it if we need to. But like right now, like this modifier is well, this color correction node has like all the default value as far as I can. Yeah, exactly. And it's basically plugged to base color, but like when we're going to test, maybe we're going to want to actually desaturate the base color and let the subsurface color do the work. This is the roughness, metalness, our normal map, like usual. And this one actually was like a map that I created for like making some areas have like a variation into like their how much like SSS they receive. Like for example, if I wanted the teeth to have a bit of SSS, but not like the skin, I would use like this map to call like the. I was using the subsurface scale actually for that to kind of like change the tell him like, oh, it's a different scale, should receive less translucency. But this character has like doesn't have teeth, and the eyes are split into a different materials. So let's just remove like these maps. So I'll go into like the materials in detail another time, but yeah, that was just to show that basically we're just using the same maps again. It's just that like this one here, you see there's actually information of like the amount of subsurface, the scale, there's some like radius information here as well. Yeah, basically. Alright. Alright. So like all materials are plugged. You know what? The fibers are all gonna look white in the render though, so ignore that, but we can just do a little render and see if things look I don't want to. There we go. No save frame. Actually, let's change the render. Oops, wrong button. Let's make it 16 by 9. Now show the save frame. There you go. So this is what we're going to render. Let's do a little test and see what's the quality we have. Once again, the lights are not set up correctly, so it's going to look funky, but yeah. Yeah, render. Well, actually save first. By the way, I tried to use the real-time render with Arnold, but me didn't like it. Alright, let's render. Wait. Hey Marco, did you model and texture the sculpt on a pose, or did you pose and then did all the paint? It was posed before doing the paint. You can see, you can check the previous streams on YouTube, and oh crap, I didn't assign the texture to the skin, eh? Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I guess that's awesome. Yeah, and all the light are on top of his head. You know what I'll do right now? I'll just change a little something real quick. I don't know why this one has a save frame. Okay, I just want to make my light appear for a second. Okay, I think I'm just gonna like take all of them and just like lower them, kind of like to aim at the character. Probably the light is gonna look like much better from the just doing this. From this angle, they're yeah, they seem to be fine. And let's assign proper materials here. Yeah, skin. See, it's actually like in the death folder. I was loading the textures of the horse on the frog. Silly me. Skin base. Skin rough. It's always in the wrong folder, so that's why I copied the URL, or the path. Skin metal and skin normal. There we go. Alright, and now what I can do now is just like copy them since it's the same maps. I can just plug them where they should. And delete these ones. Boom! Alright, and now we should have something better. Hey Marco, did you so all the normals and everything is already done in pose. All the normal and everything is already done in pose. Well, I mean, it's like the model was made to be in pose, so I started in A pose and then I modeled it. Hey, it's not bad at all, eh? Just with the lights, how they work, man. It's really not bad. Like I said, the fiber is not the right color, but the rest is not bad at all, actually. Cool. I mean, there's too much shade on the face and stuff. Of course, I have to like change a few places. But you see, like, we're basically like basically have like a pretty good result right there, or at least like you can see like kind of like the quality of the render is there. And that's just like a little like low resolution render as well. So yeah, cool. Cool. Maybe that the metal is a bit too matte. We'll see. Like I'll find my light setup and everything before I start going back to substance and everything. But you can already see also like the skin is much more interesting. It has like a nice quality to it. Maybe a bit too much. Like not scattering, but like when the light goes through completely. Like the translucency, I guess. It's a bit too red, but otherwise, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I find it's promising, and that's what's fun about this. It looks promising. So, neato. Neato. Alright. So that was cool. Let's save this, because that's already cool that we have this. So Marco, don't open your folder browser on Steam. We can clearly see your hentai folder. I mean my frog hentai folder. By the way, a real question, how did you do the tier fabric? Is it just geo or it's an opacity map? It's fiber mesh and ZBrush. I show it in one of my previous streams. So like I've been talking about my previous stream, so for anyone that wants to see like what I did before, just go at the bottom of the screen. There's two links here and here, and you just click the one that you want, and either one is going to lead you to our YouTube page, the Chaos Masons YouTube page. And from there you can check the previous the playlist for our previous work. There's the Mantis that I show like a full mech from A to Z. Well, there was like a bit of a base of blocking that was already done. And for this one as well, you can see a lot of like our processes in there for free and everything. So there you go. Yeah. So, okay, so we had this. We already had a pretty cool render. It's very warm though, and as far as I know, there's no yellow in my lights, or at least not too much. But that we'll see. We'll see later. For the moment, I'll just like stick to keep inserting, placing stuff in there. Do I need to keep those as reference? I'm just curious. Oh no, wait, no, I moved the light, so it's not gonna work. Yeah, let's remove those. They're not going to be useful anymore. Alright, so I could start importing the textures for the base now. It's been an hour and 20 minutes that I do this. Yeah. So let's I could probably place a texture and then create the background and call it a stream, because I don't want to overdo it this time, because I'm like I said, Marco's a little sick. I'll need to rest a bit. I'm getting a little cold in there. Okay, alright. So same processes for this one. We're going to take whatever one here, copy it. This one I'm going to copy it like a bit further on the left, just to separate visually what's my what's the base stuff and whatever. So let's go with base, the hotel, which I don't remember what is the name in English. In French we call that an hôtel, which is like the big church table. I know this word, is just I can't think about it. And from the entire time that I've been modeling this, it never came to mind. So if like a shrine, it's not a shrine. It's you see, this is how you make a good stream. Like, I'm assigning assigning images to meshes, and trying to remember words. This is like prime A quality stream. It's an altar. There. Oh, okay, and somebody wrote it. But I remembered it before you wrote it. Like pity. Thanks, I appreciate it. 4-3D. To the rescue. Hey Marco, how did you started making this sculpt for hobby or full-time from start? Oh no, for hobby. I've been working on this model like 4 hours per week. I started this model a long time ago. It's taking me an eternity to finish it because I don't work on it a lot. Marco, pressing render while live streaming is the most brave shit I've ever seen. Why? Because it's going. You think it's gonna make it like lag and everything? I didn't take that in consideration actually. Now you're actually making me think. Like, has it been lagging since the like when I pressed render? I'll have to take this in consideration if it does. No lag? Okay, good. Good. Because, like, I mean, I remember, like, I did, like, a stream not too long ago. I think it was, when I was baking, and that was actually making the thing lag. So, I have to be careful about, like, that kind of stuff. Raise arch. Roughness. Arch metalness. Arch metal. That sounds like a metal band. Like Arch Nemesis. That is something I haven't heard in many years. Arch enemy. Prime moment of hype, yeah. Yeah, baking was pretty bad. Marco, is your PC stolen from Area 51? Do you change it every month, or what do you do? Because I've seen the baby take loads of mils of poly and full 8K texture. Well, I mean, my textures are not 8K, my texture are 2Ks. I just have a ton of UDIMs, which lightens the load actually, and so yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it's a pretty good PC, but I mean now it's easily like 2 years, 3 years old at this point. Like I never had like a crazy intense like PC. They were always like good PC that like they cost a lot, but like I've never had like the kind of PC that's like you pay like triple the price because you want to have all of the like most recent gen hardware and stuff. Like I've always always found that like there's ways to go around things. So yeah. Now where is my candle? I don't know why that was funny. Oh yeah, the candle probably. Oh, you see, well that's the thing. You see, I was gonna say, oh, probably I'm gonna want some SSS on the wax, but like I don't. Like it's gonna be a background element. I'm not sure if I'm gonna want to have a. Well, yeah, maybe I will. I lost track of where I was. Candle metalness, candle roughness, candle base color, candle normal. There we go. And I'll copy all of that. Or actually, no, I'll copy the skin material here from the frog. This will be base, candle, SSS. Well, let's split. Oh, actually, let's delete, detach. Base, candle, SSS. It's on its own material. I'll assign it its own thing, but the maps stay the same. Let's put them at the same place. You specular roughness, you metalness, and you normal. Spunk. There we go. It's kind of like a bit messy, but whatever. He's gonna be okay. Yeah. So now those candles have this. This one only on one map, so we can it doesn't have the UDIMS problem the other one has. All right, the pillar. Let's do the pillar, everyone. It's pillar time. Base. Pilar. Where's pillar? Forgot to put a underscore on this one. Naughty, naughty. Base pillar roughness. Base pillar metalness. And base pillar normal. And assign it. Kaboom. 2 more to go. 2 more to go. The carpet and the brick. My god, I'm having too much fun. I have to stop. That's too much fun. I have to calm down or else there you go, copper normal. Let's go quickly. Assign. Yes, I want to replace it. And the last one. For the love of G. Base brick. Base brick, base brick, base brick, base brick. Base material, base brick, roughness, dark base brick, metalness, base brick normal, Did I make a mistake? Brick metalness, brick roughness, brick normal. Now everything is there, everything should be fine. Let's go, assign, yes, replace. And now we have all of our materials assigned, so everything should be fine. Let's just do a render just to confirm everything is fine. Some stuff is gonna look a bit wacky right now. It's not really lit correctly. The F's happening here. What is that? Yes, okay. Alright. Let's just save first. Hey, is there a profit in using OSL Arnold over Corona or something? Sorry, what is OSL? Uh, 2K texture, you mean 2K amount of maps in that folder? No. The textures are 2Ks. That's the resolution of the textures. They're in 2K, like 2048 by 2048. It's just that it's split in so many UDIMs that it covers a lot of the character. But no, I didn't want to have 4K and even less 8K maps because it's harder to process than a ton of 2K maps. So yeah, let's do a test just to see if it renders like correctly. But this is not going to be lit, but let's just see what it does. I just want to see if it's actually like doable. And I think I'll reduce the quality to 1 here. I keep pressing that button. Alright. Let's see what we have here. Did you make the concept or was it based on something else? No, I did the concept. Okay, everything seems to be assigned correctly. It does seem to show correctly. That's a lot of SSS on the wax. I'm gonna need to... Oh yeah, no, I know it's because I've put a color on there. Never mind. I'll fix that later. Well, maybe from this distance we can see anyway. So you see, like with the quality to 1, it's pretty rapid to get an idea of like what's up. I guess things are rendered correctly. And that carpet is receiving a lot of light. Maybe I'll need to like almost like exclude it from a few of the lights. Marco, have you ever thought about giving a lecture on 2D character concept? No, because I am not a 2D artist and I don't know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. The texture, they work well, so yeah. The carpet is really receiving like way too much light. I'm really gonna have to take that in consideration. Maybe like change like almost like the... Anyways, whatever, this is gonna be when I'm going to do the lighting. Plus, I mean, I'm going to do the lighting of the character without the background, and then I'm going to introduce... Or maybe, we'll see. Because the background is lit by the lights on the side, but yeah. Okay, so this works. So technically I can just take the rest of the time. Yeah, that's gonna be enough afterwards. Okay, so these are all the basic elements that I'm gonna place in my scene. You've seen at the beginning of the stream I showed you like my mock-up for the scene in ZBrush. So I'm basically going to replicate this. One of the first things that I'm going to do is just have... Yeah, I'm going to duplicate the floor and everything. I'm going to want to keep like an idea of like what is actually an instance and what is an actual like mesh. Or will I? Will I need that? Because any of them is going to have that. No, I don't need that. Okay. Let's just duplicate everything. Okay. Let's do that. Whoops. Okay, what is happening here? It doesn't like that there's another object on top. What? Oh yeah, no, it's Shift and Max. I was trying to copy this, but so basically I'm going to make them instances in case. Yeah, in case I don't like it in the end. Also, it's gonna make like a lot of triangle in the scene. Like I did like make them very low poly. So I'll need to copy that 1, 2, 3, I think 4 times. Oh, that's true. Wait, I don't do it like this. I can do it like this. Instance it 4 times. But every odd... Well, actually I don't need to delete it. I just need to move it. I won't move it now. I will actually... I'll duplicate it 2 more times in that direction in case we can see. And now I'm gonna select every Will I need this little piece of floor? I don't think so. There we go. Their instance. Ooh. Hey, we have a raid. It's unfortunate that it's during the stream. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. It's because I'm doing stuff that's way too cool. Way too cool stuff. Hey, thanks for the follow. I can't believe I'm getting follows in that episode. Alright. Alright, and just have the brick wall to install at the back. And then we can put back the character afterwards. A little carpet thing. Yeah. Alright, where's our main brick mesh? There we go. But did you like start sketching in 3D? No, I did a 2D sketch. But not a super good one. Alright. So this is going to... Actually, I'm going to create like a... this one is not going to be an instance, it's going to be a copy. I'm going to call it like brick large. And it's going to be for the back. I'm going to need to reset the pivot here. It went a little bit haywire. There we go. Rotate 90 degrees. Already rotated, it says. Nope, wrong side. Wrong side, buddy. There you go. And those bricks are going to need to be much bigger than that. I don't remember how bigger though. I think something like that. And we can do like the other one. No, thank you. And now those are instances. There we go. There we go. And this I'm gonna want to copy it how many times? 1, 2, oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. 3 more times should do the trick. And then I'll look at the chat. Alright, 3 times. Boom, boom, and boom. And now I can start. There we go. How does that look? Yeah, it's fine, I guess. Alright, so technically the scene is full now. Let's just reappear our character. All right. So this whole scene is, I'm realizing, is like, I think I need to actually completely push it to the side here. Actually, let's just like have some like angle or something that looks like what I'm going to try to get for the final result. I'm not sure if that's the right like focal length and everything, but yeah, we can see that like it actually like needs to be a little bit more on the right here. Something like this. And the carpet is going in the floor, so this I'll fix it later. Alright, so now let's see. Well, first of all, let's see if it's going to, like, the lighting might actually be absolute dog shit, because it was not made for, like it was not calibrated at all for this scene. Well, let's just click on render and see what happens. And maybe we'll have a happy little surprise there. Isn't the renderer you are using... did you make the concept, or was it based on something else? I answered that. Tiki Raid. Looking sick. Thanks. So yeah, I didn't even say, like, thanks TK Spans for the raid. I think I didn't even mention your name, so sorry about that. I've kind of like in my head for a second there. Alright, let's click on render and see what it does. Let's see also if actually... I don't even know if actually like it's gonna make the stream lag. I hope doing render tests like that is not gonna make the stream lag, because that would be unfortunate. Alright, so we have our scene, but yeah, we don't have like any mood or anything, so that's what we're gonna need to work on. Your machine is a beast. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe. So yeah, right now I don't. I really freaking hate the atmosphere and everything, or actually the lack of. So I'll need to work on this. You know, I just realized how much I shot myself in the foot when I decided to actually like have an environment with this guy. Now I'm starting to hate my decision. Ugh. You know what? Let's see it as a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge to actually make this, because like, I mean, I never really like rendered an environment per se. So yeah, this is gonna be, it's gonna be a first one, or one of the first one. I need to move that carpet, it's like in the way. Man, also it doesn't look good, man. The floor is so lit. There's no. Yeah, I'll need to work on that for sure. But I mean, look, the pieces are there. The pieces are there, and now we decide what we do with that. Also, it's like lacking depth of field. Like once it's going to actually be blurred out, it's gonna put everything more in scene. But I'm gonna try to have like this guy, like he's the kind of like lit a bit like with a spotlight. It'll probably help. Yeah, I think one last thing I'm going to do, just because, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna put the fibers with the proper color, I think. Did you use low poly and shading for details, or just went full high poly? I'm not sure of your question. This is a high poly that I started in ZBrush, and then I did the decimation for its low mesh. Alright, cape and fiber cape. Boom. There you go. So let's just try to assign it. Well, this is going to be a bit of a guesswork. Wow, this is going to suck. Oh yeah, let's get to it. Which... There we go. Fiber cape. Let's put a base color, and let's put it... Let's try... I'm just gonna try to remember what's the green I was using. It was like something like this. Maybe a little bit darker. Specular. The roughness was through the roof because it's cloth. 9. No metalness, and I don't think there's anything else written here that really matters. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright, so let's do a little render and see what it gives us. Come on. Just trying to resize that. There you go. Oh, just that, and the rest is high. Well, I mean, it's a high poly that's decimated, then baked. Okay, so see, I did not aim for the right color. I mean, for something like that, I could try to use like the real time, but sometimes the real time just like crashes when you do like changes on the fly, and I hate that. Whatever. But let's you know what? For the sake of it, for the sake of the stream, let's try. Arnold. Arnold render viewer, and let's click play. Show me my stuff. So like this is the real time. This is real time. And let's just see. Okay, so I was way off on this. Darker. Warmer. More desaturated. You see, actually using the real-time renderer for this is kind of like not bad, I realize. But I should get like the tint of like the center, not the tint of the border, so it'll need to be a little bit more like this. No, but darker. And darker. More desaturated. I do color matching just like that is yeah, okay. No. Real time is so much better than fake time. I mean, it's way more honest than fake time. Yeah, that I would agree. And that's really what I'm looking when I'm looking for a render. I'm looking for a very frank and honest renderer. Okay, so that's close enough. We'll need to assess this in not in person, but like with everything on top to really know if that was the right one. Let's do another one. Let's do the ropes. There we go. Ropes on ropes. Let's get our real-time renderer coming. Oops. Oh, I had this max scene open in the background all that time. Shoo, go away. What's my Arnold Okay, where did it go? My real-time window just like minimized and where? F? I didn't want to do that. Okay. Jesus. Okay, alright. So start. So do the same thing, let's put 9. Or it's this is supposed to really like blend in as much as possible. So yeah, it should not like pop out. Maybe I will also tell this to not do any shadows. Okay, that looks good enough. Wait. Oh, I didn't press OK. You. Well, that was fun. Alright, close enough. Last one. Last one, and then we're donezo. Cloth. There we go. Yeah, I guess at least in that section it already works like this, so let's do this. And let's do a last render as an ensemble, just to get a sense of everything. Let's just have our brick floor. Alright, let's render this out. Oh, wait. Did I mess up the fibers of the cape as well? Oh boy, I think I did. Sorry, give me a sec. Yeah, I did the same thing. I closed it instead of pressing OK. This is because of substance. That was a pain also to get right. Okay, let's leave it to that for the moment. This time pressing OK. And now for realsies. We render our dude. Let's see what it's gonna do. So yeah, the lighting is not good for sure, but not calibrated, I should say. But yeah, we get a glimpse. We get a glimpse at what it's gonna look like later. Which you know what? It's I think it's gonna be, like I said, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's like especially like the background that I'm really hoping to not wrestle with. But we'll see. We'll see. I know that I can light the character for sure without like too much issues. But yeah, we'll see. It's I don't know. It's kind of like it's fun. It's already fun. It's already fun to see it like this. It's a lot of things to fix, but I mean, it's all there. Most of the stuff. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's cool. Um, I'll I'll call that a stream. I'm happy with what we have right there. Yeah, and next time, next stream, I guess I'll play around with a few things, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. That's cool. So, anyways, thanks for joining, everyone. And yeah, follow me next week or next time I do this. And yeah, we'll tackle that. My brain is mush right now, so whatever catchphrase. So funny. All right, I'll see you next week. All right, ciao.